The presidential election is less than 3 weeks away. We've already seen long lines, people out early voting. So one of our viewers texted us, Abby from Chicago asked, what's your advice for voting and staying safe?
Well, I have seen in so many stores, Norah, I mean, you can try to get a cup of coffee in Starbucks and they say, stay here, you're 6 feet away from the next block. You don't move to the next block until that person moves on. Then you see the people in a particular establishment all wearing masks, some wearing gloves. If the voting stations are doing that, I think it's just as safe to vote as it is to go and get a cup of coffee in a Starbucks in which everyone's wearing a mask and doing the things they should be doing. So voting can be safe in person. There are some people clearly who are concerned, the elderly, people with underlying conditions. They don't want to get out of the house. They don't want to do that. Then, therefore, write-in voting and sending in ballots are perfectly fine for them, whatever suits you and your level of risk.
Have you voted by mail?
I haven't voted yet. What I'll likely do is either drop something off in the box or walk into the school where they have it and vote in person. Not sure yet. It depends on my schedule and how people like you keep calling me up and asking me to do things.
Well, I managed to vote by mail already. As you know, it just comes right in the mail these days in the District of Columbia. Yep. Let me ask you again about, while you say voting can be safe, whether by mail or as long as you keep social distancing, even if you're stuck in a long line, the political rallies we talked about. The Minnesota Department of Health now says that 22 people related to Trump-Pence campaign events have tested positive for coronavirus. Should the president stop hosting these rallies?
I can't advise the president about what he can do and should do with regard to political campaigns, but I can reiterate my statement that when you have congregate settings of a lot of people together, closely packed, when most are not wearing masks, that is a risk situation to be avoided.
We saw when the president was just in Florida, which was his first big rally on the road after recovering from coronavirus, we saw thousands of people packed in without masks. We saw the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, walk through the crowds, giving high fives to people. And then you can clearly see in the video him take his hand and wipe his nose. That's concerning for any infectious disease, correct?
It is. That's what's called risk behavior.
And ill-advised.
Yeah, risk behavior by definition is ill-advised.
Says the doctor.